Hello there, Stampers. It's Jackie Bolhuis from Klompen Stampers. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a framed panel card, is what I'm calling it. Now, basically, it's just a great layout that works fabulous with any designer series papers or even any colored cardstock, and then kind of your focal point in the center. I've used this layout, or some people like to call it a sketch, many times, and I love the look of it. So I thought it's time to share it with you all. Now we are going to use the Sun Prints suite. So the designer series paper, as well as, let's see, what's it called? Nature's Prints stamp set. Now, keep in mind as you're watching, and I do this with all of my projects, is I like to make sure that what I'm sharing with you isn't limited to making or recreating it exactly like I do with the same stamps, ink, and paper. I want you to be able to use whatever stamps, ink, and paper you have, or like maybe this, stamp set and paper isn't your thing. So what? Use something that you like, because it's a layout idea. And that way, hopefully it'll give you some ideas so that when you create and are making happy mail to send to family and friends, it'll have an idea for you. Now quickly, before we flip the camera down, just a quick reminder, there is a corresponding blog post. Now I do this with all my videos. The link will be in the video description to take you to it. And over there, I'll show you pictures of the cards I make today, as well as give you all the cutting dimensions, what card recipe, some people like to call it, as well as the complete list of products that I use. So if you like the ones I use and would like to purchase them, you can just click on the button and order these products. They are really beautiful, versatile products that I think you might just like. And also, if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you would like a Stampin' Up! Catalog, follow that link as well. And over there, you can click on Catalogs up at the top and request a catalog, and we'll get one out to you. I think that's all we need to chat about. I'm ready to get stamping. How about you? Let's flip the camera down and get started. So here's a peek at the stamp set we're using. I really love the fonts on the greetings on these. And we got best wishes, thinking of you, hello on my mind. Just a really fun stamp set. So let's set that aside, and we're going to start by making what I like to just call the parts and pieces for our card. So we're going to take two of the images that are part of this suite. Now you'll also notice, if you have the catalog or have this suite or have looked at it, I am not using the colors from the suite. Remember I said I am going to use the DSP, and you'll see why or how here in a second. But I wanted to kind of play with some greens. So we have, I forget the color. What do they call this one? Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent. I did the two pieces of greenery. And then I am going to take my dies and take this over to my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and cut these out. Now, while I go over there, I also have a piece of basic white that's going to be on our card, and we're going to emboss this using the Time Worn 3D folder. This has kind of become my new go-to just for a nice background texture on my cards. So I'll do all of this while I'm over there, and I will be right back. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and put part of this together, and then I'll bring in the other pieces and show you how to make our paneled card, which is really what this idea today is all about. So we've backed that with a piece of basic black, and then I'm going to go ahead and just stick these on here. I think we can use regular size dimensionals. Let's see, let's just stick a few on the back of here. You know me, everything has to have dimensionals. And we'll go ahead and put these on there. We'll just kind of tip that off a little bit that way. And then this one, I think we need some minis. With the mini dimensionals, I always like to use the pointed end of the Take Your Pick tool to pick them up, not only from the paper, but then to get these backings off. It just works a little bit easier. And we'll stick that one like so. And then the other thing I cut out are a couple of, these are just die cut pieces from the same set of dies. Quite often the dies will cut out not only our stamped images, but give you these like little embellishment type pieces, I like to call them. So we'll put a little bit of adhesive on there, just down at the bottom, because I don't want it like super glued down. I don't know what to say there. We want to flopping up a little bit, we'll call it. So we'll put a little adhesive on this one, like so. Okay, so there's, whoops, that one didn't want to stick, did it? stuck to my finger actually. Okay, so there is the focal point of our card. So now let's move this away. And for my card base, I have a piece of smoky slate, and I already cut out some pieces of that designer series paper. So this paper comes in blue tones and then the smoky slate tones. I like that a lot of it is just a generic print kind of, well, not really generic. It's got the nature scenes on it, but it's a small little print, which makes it really nice for backgrounds. It's not overpowering. You know, sometimes the designer series paper will have these big prints on them, which when you cut little strips, they look funny because you can't see, you know, what the prints are, and they're just overpowering. Now you'll notice these are 1-inch wide pieces. So this is where we're building our frame. And I like to just start at 1, put the side down, and then the next one here is going to fit right up there. Now remember, the measurements for these are over on that blog post. Just follow the link down in the video description. And you'll get all the measurements and be able to see the completed card and the list of all my supplies. Now, I also, once we finish this one, I have a couple other ones to show you, primarily to really get you thinking how this idea could be used with any stamps, ink, and paper. Okay, so this one is going to go in the center. See how that fits perfectly? There's that. Now for our greeting, and I'm going to actually just kind of stop here and bring in my finished one, because I have other videos. If you don't know how to heat emboss, let us know and we'll drop you a link to a video that shows you. But I just heat embossed our best wishes and happy thoughts, and then I cut it out with this beautiful label die, which is part of this die set as well. So I'm like, ooh, we're going to use this with a lot of other things, not necessarily the stamps and other dies that go with it. Added a couple embellishments, and there is our completed card. And then I also have our inside, so we'll go ahead and stick that. Just took a piece of basic white, and I stamped one of those same images in that same color for the inside. But on this card, you can see how even though the suite is a primarily, when you look at it in the catalog, you see all those beautiful blue tones. Here I brought out the greens with that smoky slate, no, is it smoky slate or gray granite? Now I'm gray granite. I always mix those two up to make our completed card. So there's that one. Now I do want to show, sticking with the same suite, you can see here I did use the blue starry sky. So this can really kind of lend towards more purple tones or blue tones, but you can see basically the exact same card, just use some different color cardstock and the white to really bring things out. But there's those same stamped images, added a little baker's twine on that one, and there's that finished card. But remember, it's all about this framed panel card. Now let me share a couple other samples with you. Now on these other ones, most of these products are actually retired, but I wanted to share the cards with you anyway, just so you can see how you can use this framed panel card idea with anything. Here we did not use designer series paper. Instead, I used just strips of cardstock, and I embossed them with an embossing folder just to give them, you know, a lot of texture, and then put that focal point in the center. Here I use cardstock again, but I just stamped it with a background stamp. So again, just to have some texture to build that frame, and then put the rest of the card together. This is probably my favorite, and I'm super sad these are retired. But again, just designer series paper and a very simple focal point in the center. So hopefully by you seeing those, as well as seeing the two that our current products, you'll see the many possibilities for using this idea with any stamps, ink, and paper. It's a super simple layout, but gives your card a really nice punch. It's also a great way to use up scraps of cardstock and designer series paper. So again, check out my blog post, see pictures of these. I won't have those there. That's just extra peek for on the video, but I'll give you all the measurements and the supplies I use so that you can make a framed panel card as well. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video and the project, make sure to give me a thumbs up, leave me some hearts, leave me a comment. I love to hear from you, and if you like the projects that I share with you. And if you have stamping stamping your crafty friends, make sure you share my videos with them as well. Thanks again, guys, and we'll be stamping again real soon. Have a stamp happy day.